Hello and welcome to the Cinebums podcast with Luke and John. So, John, at the movies yesterday, I had an incident occur
Really?
that I'd like to talk to you about. Yeah,
Oh,
but
I'm interested to hear.
a weird incident that kind of turned into maybe the best thing that happened to me yesterday, possibly all week.
Possibly
hard,
ever.
yeah, it's hard to say, but so I go to see Jurassic World, Rebirth. You know, obligatory. I know what it's gonna be. I don't care. Uh, and so I go into the theater, and either we talk about this. I primarily go to movies during the day uh, because I like how chill it is. Uh, and
Same.
so
Yeah.
yeah, and so we have assigned seating, right? Nowadays, 2025, of course, but especially since it's during the day, I just was like, all right, I'm gonna go sit in that row instead, and I'll sit in the middle in the very back. And so I go up there and I sit there, and this couple, towards like the beginning of the trailers, comes into the row, and of course they sit directly next to me. And this is a thing that has happened to me at the movies multiple times actually, where I'm like, what the fuck, like, why? I'm the only one in the row. Even if
Yeah.
it is your assigned seats, you fucking sheep, go pick another
Yeah.
seat. Like, so
It's not going to be
stupid.
full. Like they think it's going
Yeah,
to be
yeah,
just
yeah.
packed and they're going to have to move. Yeah.
Yeah, and so and the stupid guy was like, "What up, what up?" And then like when they sat down next to me, the girl was like, she like laughed and said, "Sorry." I'm like, "What are you saying sorry for?" I'm like, "You don't have to sit here." Um, and I'm like sitting very comfortably. I have like a leg on like the right side. I'm like leaning on the left side. So I'm not making it comfortable for the guy who's now on my left side who just sat down.
hmm
And um, it's a little awkward. And I'm kind of like, as they sit down, I'm kind of like staring directly at them, being like, to be like, what the hell? Like, is this because I'm literally wondering, like, is this a joke? Like, what do you
Yeah.
guys do? You guys trying to be funny? Like,
Yeah.
why are you guys sitting here? And they're not looking at me. He's just looking at her, and I think he's like whispering to her about how weird and uncomfortable it is. And he just keeps, and because I don't move, I don't change how I'm sitting because I'm like holding my ground, you
Yeah.
know. He's like leaning over to her on like the seat closer, and he looks so uncomfortable. He's just leaning as far away from me as he can, and I think he's probably confused, like, why won't this guy move, like, why is he like sitting like that. And I'm just kind of like,
You should have just looked at them the whole, like not even watched the movie, just stared right at them the
I
whole
mean, that's
time.
no, I'm seeing Jurassic World, so this was way more important than what was going on
Yeah.
screen, as you know.
Yeah.
Um, but but so I'm like, dude, I held my ground. I didn't move. I did not try to make it more comfortable for him at all. Um, and I think we made it maybe through the trailers or through to the beginning of the movie, and the guy's still just like, he's like, he's just like this the whole time, like, and he keeps on talking and whispering to his girlfriend. I think he's just telling her like, he won't he won't move, he won't, this is so weird, why won't he move? And I'm just like, yeah, and also I'm not saying anything, I'm just like silent there, I'm like, I got my poker face on pretty good.
hmm
And the movie, I think maybe a few minutes into the movie, they finally get up and move to the other side of the row, and I was so fucking happy. I
You
I was
won.
Yes, I was like, what a win, dude. That was so great. Um, yeah, I mean, now that I've I don't know, recollected it to you, yeah, probably the best thing that's ever happened to me in general.
It's nice to win one. Yeah.
Yeah, no, dude. Hey,
You got to
man,
take
like,
those wins when you get them. Yeah.
5 years ago, I probably wouldn't have been able to win that. I wouldn't have had the confidence, but eventually you're on this earth long enough, and you know how things work and you know how to handle yourself, and that was an example. Um, yeah,
There is something really freeing about, standing your ground like that and not letting like the uncomfortableness take over you, you
yeah,
know?
yeah,
Yeah.
sure, sure, yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
then in
I think
turn
I was,
you have power.
yeah,
You
yeah,
you
and
had
I
power
think
over them.
I think I was more comfortable with the uncomfortness, and so that's what caused them to move. Because
Hmm.
at first I was like, I should move, and then I was like, no, I'm not gonna move. I was here first, and so I kept sitting
Yeah.
like that, and I got them to. I like they're stupid for sitting right next to me. They should move. They should learn from their actions, you
Yes.
know.
Yeah.
But yeah, like very Curb Your Enthusiasm, like movie theater moment. That
Yeah.
oh yeah, that always happens.
I've done something similar on a plane where there's a guy. First of all, I never get the middle seat. I'll pay a little bit extra to not get the middle seat if I don't have to. And well, one time I was on like the aisle, and then the guy in the middle, um, he was like clearly like not happy with being in the middle and wanted to like take up as much space as he could. So he kind of like sticks his legs out a little bit more and I think he was trying to intimidate both me and the person on the other side of him to like give him more room. And so he's like moving his legs like a little bit wider to get like a wider stance as he's sitting there, where that his leg is now touching mine. And it's like so clearly our legs are touching, and I think he's thinks that it'll make me uncomfortable, and I'll like, I'll like move my leg to give him a little bit more room. But I was so insulted by this. And of course, maybe he was completely innocent, but I feel like I knew he was like trying to do something that I was like, it does not bother me to have another man's leg touch mine. I'm just gonna,
In fact, I welcome it.
yeah, go ahead. Put your leg there. I don't put it. Yeah, put your hand on my leg too if you want. I'll welcome
Turn
it.
to him, my wife.
My
My
wife just
wife
left
doesn't
me.
touch me.
Yeah, I haven't been touched like this in years. Yeah, but I just remember it was like one of these moments where I was just like had my headphones on, just like listening to a podcast or something, and I'm just like I'm not moving my leg. He can brush his leg up against mine as much as he wants. I'm not going to move it. And then I think as time went on, he just eventually sort of like sat more normally and like wasn't. But it was just like I felt like he was clearly trying to do something, and this is like a thing of like, hey, listen, fucker, like we're all in this together. So we got it. Like you said, like you got to figure out like next time I'm not going to get the middle seat because I'm maybe a bigger guy and I shouldn't be in the middle, You gotta think these things through.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I
Yeah.
could see myself easily getting aggravated by that.
Yeah. And it's just like we're all in this same shitty scenario together. Like we're all crammed on a plane. Like let's just make it as easy as possible for everybody else so that we can just leave each other and never have to see each other again.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than someone who's not a team player on a plane.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I have one more thing from the so one time uh, I'm at the movies with my ex girlfriend, and we're at the Universal City Walk Theater, which is a
Oh,
beautiful, beautiful movie theater. And we're uh, we're sitting in the back, and we have our assigned seats, and I think there's like two open ones right next to us. And so another couple comes in, sits down, and the stupid girl like checks her phone, and she's like, are you guys J8 or something like that? And we're like, I don't know. You're like, where? And it's like, we're J8. You're in our seats. And so like we basically get up and switch seats that are right next to each other. And I was like, that was the dumbest thing ever. I'm like, like what is wrong? Like what is wrong with her?
Some people that just like need to follow the rules
Yeah,
so much or are so nervous about
we're at the
um
movie theater. Like It isn't like that
Yeah. Yeah.
serious. And they're the same seats, really. Like in terms of what you can see. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just
But this
assume
is
those people are like corporate drones that don't know anything else, but
always being told what to do.
you just know their database systems and
Hmm.
um, corporate lingo, and then they get out in the world and like a they're fucking like a blank, like their brain is destroyed. They don't know how to function whatsoever.
Yeah. They just need to be told what to do or they can't function. Like, oh,
Yeah,
but my ticket says
people who go
J8.
up
I
to the
have
people
to.
in the service industry and they're like, "Hello." Like,
Uh, that just reminded me of, oh yeah, I was gonna ask what kind of based on the same conversation when you're looking to where to get like your tickets for your assigned seat, where do you usually choose?
Okay, well, that's a good question actually because I
I feel
am
like this
very
might say a lot about a person, I don't know.
I'm very specific about where I want to sit, and I'm very OCD. So I want to sit on the right side of the theater. For some reason, I'm on the right side. I don't know why I picked the right side. I just do, and I usually pick 3 to 4 seats into the row because I want to be able to clear. I want to be able to get up and pee whenever. Uh,
Hmm.
yeah, that's the main reason. And I like sitting maybe more towards the back. I like being at the back of
Yeah.
the theater. Yeah. How about you?
I I'm similar to you. I guess I don't pick a right or left side, but I always go to like one of
Left
the last.
side.
Yeah.
Strong
I'm all about
side.
the left side, man.
The left side's the strong. Don't drift to the strong side, Petey.
I try to if I like know the theater, then I try to just pick whichever one is like on the side of the door so that you don't have to walk in front of the that, first row of the back section. Yeah, if you got to go to the bathroom or something. So yeah, I try to get like an easy out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I go to like the back 2 rows, and I usually get on the end, and then
Yeah.
if the theater's not really that filled, then I'll like move a little bit closer to the middle by a few seats. But yeah, I also like to go to one of the sides. Yeah,
And closer to the end.
yeah. I think
Yeah.
because I think on here I talked about when we've been going to the Film Society here mostly now, and they're like the only theater nowadays that doesn't have assigned seating. So
All
when we went
right.
to Sinners, it was like trying so hard to like it was so dark and we're trying to find 2 seats together and it was packed. That was
Right.
like that I was like getting so
That was
anxious because I can't
hell
see.
on earth.
Yeah. It
Well,
was. Oh man.
is that like a smaller theater, the Film Society
It
theater?
is. It's smaller than like an AMC. I think they have like 6 theaters, and the one we were
Oh,
in
okay.
was they
So
have
it's
like
not like
one big one, and
okay,
then like the other ones are smaller. But yeah,
like a solo theater.
right. Yeah, yeah. Um, but yeah, it's just they don't have like as much lighting as like an AMC would. So if you're in there and the trailers have started, it is so hard to see anything. So that I've been there too when I've already been seated and people look so freaked out because there's like a group of like four like middle-aged adults coming in and they're like trying to find seats they can get together, but it's so hard to see and I just like I just observe them like I kind of empathize with them because I know it's hard to see shit in here, but it's also like really funny uh, to try and see like these adults like super nervous just about finding seats, and it's because they can't see.
I like watching old people struggle.
Yeah. Feel so good about myself. Ugh. That'll never be me when I'm old. I'll never have a hard time seeing when I'm old. Yeah.
Forever young, baby. Time's not moving at the speed of light for us at all.
Oh yeah. By the
Haven't been
time
doing the
I'm that
podcast.
age,
Haven't been doing the podcast for almost a decade now or anything.
yeah. By the time I'm that age, I'll have,
I'm like gonna be
whatever
like,
ultra LASIK they have
I'm gonna be
that,
like Creed. I'm like, sup, dude?
yeah, hair dye and everything. Yeah.
Sup, bro? I forget what he said. Creed, are you
Yeah, dude. Never better. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then it's the printer ink.
okay?
That's
We
so
didn't
funny.
prepare for that episode.
Yeah.
We'll know the lines for when we do that episode, whichever
Yes.
one it is. But now for my quick review of Jurassic World.
Yes.
Um, so I think this happens often in bad movies where you'll watch the main character or the movie star actor they'll have like a line where it kind of there's a parallel from that line to like, oh, that's why also the actor's in the movie, because like at the beginning of the movie, Scarlett Johansson's character is like, they're like, I'll do it for the money, how big's the paycheck, like,
Mm.
for going to the island. I'm like, oh yeah, that's why you're in this movie too. And then she has
Yeah.
other lines too. Because yeah, that's the old, like, it's clearly they wrote her a big ass check and that's why she's in that movie. It's not like Scarlett Johansson needs to do a blockbuster. She's been
No.
so in so many, and she's had such a you know
I thought she was
uh
already like the highest paid actor, like
probably,
or
yeah.
or one of them. Yeah.
Get the stat on it eventually, or not. We don't even have to get the stat. We could just say that
Well,
that was correct.
yes. What I said
uh,
was correct. Factually correct. Yeah.
maybe it's better for John that we just say he's right.
Nobody look it up. It's right.
Just
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So John
Yeah.
can help John get through his weekend. But yeah, like I don't see any reason for her to do this. She's done it all. She's been in respectable movies. She's been in movies where she was maybe sexualized by Woody Allen too much. She's been in superhero movies. She's acted her ass off. Like, she has nothing to prove. And so I got to think that this is for her and Jost to expand their residence in some way.
Buy
Like,
another vacation house or
yeah, maybe
something.
Collins like, hey, we don't have we have a guest house like behind the pool, but we don't have a guest house in front of the pool.
Yeah.
It'd
And the
really
guest
look
house
cool.
doesn't have its own pool. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It'd really look good if we had adjoining guest houses, don't you think? SNL, SNL pays okay, but you really can make a lot if you
It's
wanted.
not Jurassic World money. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw, I think, a thing this week where it said like, I don't know, I get so much bullshit like stuff on like Facebook, or if I look on Facebook, I don't know why I look on Facebook, but I do because I have headspace or free time to. I saw a
Mhm.
thing where it's like, did you know that Pete Davidson said that the cast members of SNL make $3,000 an episode? And then Pete Davidson said, yeah, I can afford to buy dinner, but uh, I don't know. I think for like TV, that's on the lower side, maybe.
No, I've
Um,
that's what I've read too, is that they really until they become like a mainstay, they don't
yeah,
really make that much, that they still, when they're not in the summers they tour a ton because they have to make money on the road doing stand
right.
up or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Jost is on the road probably to for his personal pride with to make more money for Scarlett.
Yeah.
Um, you know, I think I know how their dynamic goes.
I've studied them extensively. I know, like,
Yeah, the small moments in interviews post Saturday Night Live. Like, I mean, but Jost probably makes a decent amount from SNL because of
He's been there forever and he's
yeah, and
like
he's a head writer
head
and
writer,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, so you got to think that he's valued there
He's
a
probably
little bit.
him and Che are probably paid more than the rest of the cast,
Yeah, they're
I
the
would
only
guess.
like they're the vets at this point, along with of
Hmm.
course Keegan and
Keenan.
stuff. Keenan. Yeah, right.
Keegan Michael Key. Yeah.
What
What were we talking
but
about?
Jurassic World
Oh
Rebirth.
yeah, yeah, Jurassic World.
Basically, yeah, Scarlett Johansson. I I gotta call her out that she only did it for the money
Wow.
and not for the art.
Wow, you just got
Uh,
called out, ScarJo.
so maybe Mahershala Ali also did the same.
Oh,
You
I didn't.
know,
He's is he the
yeah,
male lead in that?
he
I didn't even
drives
know
the
that.
boat, and I hate how stupid the movie makes him look at times. Because if you're in this movie, you can't not look stupid. Uh, as in any Jurassic World movie. Um,
What happened to
favorite.
him? I feel like he won like the Oscar, and then I feel like I've barely seen him in anything.
I don't know what happened to him, John. I don't know what happened.
Poor guy.
I think he needs to get his life in order.
Yeah.
I love the way maybe like there is the better help is available.
Better help. Yeah. Use code Cinebum to get Mahershala. Um,
He's like the Cinnabon code doesn't.
it's not work. It's expired. Yeah.
It's expired. Um, yeah, dude, I'm looking at it. He was in. Remember, all right, so he has a run of two bad movies in a row because he was in Leave the World Behind before this, and
Oh,
I know we
yes.
remember how
That
bad
was
that was.
who else was in that?
Julia
Julia
Roberts, Ethan
Roberts.
Hawke,
Yes, the
and it
Netflix
was
movie. Yeah.
The Obama produced movie.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes,
Wow.
shows that just because you're the greatest president in the history of the country, you might not know about film. It doesn't necessarily
Yeah.
translate.
So,
So maybe stay in your lane,
yeah.
Barack.
Next time, put us in charge. We'll handle it.
Right. There's a lot of like there's a
You
lot of
stick to the
fearless
nuclear
shit
codes.
talking on the this episode right now.
Yeah.
um, but do you see that Larry David's doing the sketch series with Barack? Uh,
No.
yeah, he's doing a historical sketch series, co-produced by
Oh,
Barack. I like that. I
I
like
like
that a
the
lot.
sound of that. Yeah. Oh, cool.
Something to look forward to, everybody.
Wow. I needed that.
I guess to end my review of Jurassic World, uh, it's really not good, and but that's I'm not really disappointed. Uh,
Because you expected it to be
yeah, it's like when you go to
shitty.
McDonald's filet o fish, John. You don't go like I was disappointed. I thought this was gonna be fresh fish by the sea. you know,
Freshly caught.
yeah, like you
And
know where you're going.
the fish
Yeah,
is
freshly caught.
square, is perfectly square, the type of fish they use for
Right,
those. So
right, right.
that's how they catch it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't like go like I was really had my expectations as like I was in like I was in Maine and I was getting fish by the sea or something like that. You don't really go into it like that.
Yeah.
So I was not disappointed. In fact, when I ended, I almost wanted to like I don't know, I wanted to like shout like boo or something like that, or I don't know, but see if anyone would agree. But it's not enough people.
Yeah.
Um, I feel like there's more people. It's like it can be like a unanimous thing.
I just picture you booing on your own while everybody else is like walking out and you're just sitting
Right.
there like boo.
And then there's like the guy, the people who like moved next to me, like this fucking guy is the worst.
Yeah. You're like, we should all get our money back. We should all go to the box
Yeah.
office and demand our money back.
If I didn't have AMC stubs, I would definitely ask for my money back. Um, of course, every fucking Jurassic movie has the scene where they recreate the Brontosaurus theme, where it's just like, no, 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 no,
Hmm.
no, 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 and they all have to be, and you have to show them all go through the same emotional beats of like, not can't believe it, and then they are
Yeah.
just, yeah, and they're just thrown off like by emotion, like afterwards, and then they're like, oh, this is the most meaningful moment of our lives. Like they have to have one every time, and this one, of course, like in the towards the tail end of the second act has one. And I'm just like, every time I'm watching it now, I feel like it's a fucking commercial, or just I don't know, like I don't even know, like you don't feel like you're watching a movie. And also, like every time a character is like looks like they're gonna get eaten by a dinosaur in this movie, I laugh because I don't care about any characters.
Yeah.
Like even like there's a kid who's about to get eaten by the you think that they might get eaten by the T-Rex, like the kid, and the father's like, come over here. And I'm just like
Get
laughing because
in.
I
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. What else? Oh, and also, this movie's written by David Koepp, and David Koepp also, I think, like Scarlett Johansson, just wanted a second guest house for the pool. Uh,
They just kind of
'Cause
phoned it
David,
in.
yeah, I mean, if you look at David Koepp's resume, god damn, what a screenwriting resume.
Let me look at it.
Yeah. I won't. I mean, he's been Spielberg's guy. He's kind of now Soderbergh's guy. Um,
Oh.
an astounding Hollywood screenwriting resume, right? Like
Oh my God. I
Snake
mean, yeah.
Eyes.
Jurassic Park, the OG Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, Mission Impossible,
Some
Death
of my
Becomes
favorite
Her,
were,
Black Bag,
yeah,
the
most
recent
recently
one.
Black Bag, which was fantastic, a fantastic script.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, Soderbergh, some good ones in here. Yeah.
and then
Um,
somehow he's the sole writer of Jurassic World Rebirth. Like you think this movie would be written by like five people,
right.
but then like so I was so shocked that like it was David Koepp, like
Yeah. It's like really he has like Jurassic Park, Spider-Man, and Mission Impossible are like acclaimed blockbusters that he did, but then he also did like the newer Indiana Jones, Jurassic World, Rebirth, uh the Mummy, the Tom Cruise Mummy one, and a few others, I guess. But yeah, he's but then all everything he's done with Soderbergh has been good.
yeah, he's got a
Panic
plenty of
Room.
things. Yeah, Panic. Yeah, he's great.
Wow.
Um, so seeing his name for me at the end of this movie, which I, uh, you know, clearly have zero respect for at all. Like it's like if I saw F1, which isn't a bad movie, but it's also not a great movie, and the script is not good. It's like if I saw F1 and Aaron Sorkin's name was at the end, or something like that. Uh, and then of course it's executive produced by Spielberg. And I'm just like, does he even show up to this? Like, come on, like it's just so
No
he
way.
rakes
Yeah.
in more money.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, he's so rich. It's so unfair.
Yeah. When, yeah, if I was in that position, I would do the same thing. I guess I would just,
Right? I
yeah,
would.
cash those
Well, yeah.
checks.
You
Yeah.
accumulate dollars whenever you get the chance. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying though, Spielberg must have like the greatest house, and I just like live in I live in a guest house. Like, how is that fair? He made Jaws and Jurassic Park. I host the Cinebums podcast, and also work nights at a restaurant. How the fuck is that fair? That he has
Yeah.
more, that much more. You know, socialism should be a thing, is because
Yeah.
it would clean up these these discrepancies between me and Spielberg.
Yeah. You deserve to be on a similar level as him, uh, financially. So, yeah. Once we get this fascist regime out of there, then we will also have our houses in Malibu and in the French Riviera. And yeah, yeah.
Damn right, John. Yeah, but that's Jurassic World Rebirth. It's I gotta say there was maybe one fun scene, and I really, yeah, it's really what's wrong, part of what's wrong with the dying movie industry before your eyes, and
Yeah.
there's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah. Well, shit.
All you can do is just, like I said, hold your ground, hold your ground while you're in your seat. If someone tries to sit next to you at the movies and be like, I'm not going to take this. I'm here to see this stupid movie based off of one of my favorite movies. It's the sixth movie based off of one of my favorite movies, one of the greatest movies of all time, and it's ruined. It's shit. It's been shit forever. And I'm going to watch this because I have nothing better to do. You're not going to sit right next to me.
I'm an
You're
American, God damn it.
I'm an American. You're in a couple. I am alone. Leave me.
Oh, I wish you would have said that to them. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of like my version of like that big moment in Seinfeld where George silences the moviegoers. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's what everyone wants to do. It's whatever. It's like the most stereotypical. This is what everyone wants to do in the movies when
Yep.
tell someone, "Shut the fuck up."
Have you ever been in a theater like that? Like where someone goes like shut up to someone? I don't think I have. I don't think I ever
Yeah, there was like a
I've heard of stories though.
I was like seeing an A24 movie, and there were some old people who wouldn't stop talking. This woman's like, "Shut up, just shut up." I think that happened. Yeah, they were being very annoying. Like, I would go to this theater called the Landmark, which is of course owned by Mark Cuban.
Cubes. Yeah, hell yeah. So cool. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so this is back in Chicago. So I did the same thing then, where I went during the day. Um, but at this theater, if you go during the day, a lot of old people. That's the one down thing.
hmm
You know,
Ugh.
struggling, of course,
It's
which I
hilarious. Yeah.
which I enjoy. Look at them. I can walk way faster.
That's the real show. Yeah.
Yeah,
Takes him so long to go up the stairs. So
that's the real show.
that's why I sit in the back so I can watch all of them, struggle to get up the stairs to their seat.
But yeah, like, so the old people would take forever to find their seats, of course, which is hilarious. But then they would like always like they would, their whatever conversation they're having as they're walking in, they would continue as they're sitting, and they were just an open book. Like, as the trailers are going, as the movie, there's just talking like it's normal. It's actually kind of funny, but I think we were seeing some serious like movie. It was during, I think, John, this was like 2019. We did our lists earlier, so we know what that year was, man. It was some
Yeah,
important films, right? It was probably
big
one of them.
year.
Yeah, I don't remember what movie it was exactly, but some important film. Um, that was probably very meaningful, such as maybe the farewell or something like that. But yeah, I remember a woman who was like really trying to take the movie seriously went off, and yeah, good for her.
Wow,
You know,
yeah. Props. Yeah.
maybe that's my next thing at the theater is my
Yeah.
shut the fuck up, la la la, me, la la la.
I want to go to the opera. Oh.
I want to go to the opera. An hour goes by.
I like that when he says that I want to go to the opera and then the crowd is like boo, like they're like going along with him.
Yeah, yeah.
Um yeah. That's what I when I saw him live in Boulder and he did his like stand-up character, that was like a fun.
Oh, I didn't know you did that.
Yeah, he did like the first half of the show he did his stand-up character and the second half he played music with his band. Um but
That's awesome.
he it was like it was a fun show because everyone was like in on the joke. So he would be like, I don't care about the vaccine. I care about the facts scene. And then everybody's like, "Woo, yeah, like everybody's like going along with the character, like, you know,
Oh, love it. Yeah.
yeah.
An hour goes by. Good stuff, man.
Good shit. Well, what were we talking about again?
I
Uh,
really don't know.
yeah.
uh, here's a way to dive back in. Did you see, since we're on like the comedy subject, I don't know, did you see Shane Gillis host the ESPYs this week?
I didn't see the full thing, but I saw some clips and I thought there was some
One, my
funny
favorite
stuff.
joke, my favorite joke out of that is Carl Anthony Towns is here. Hey, girl.
I didn't see
You
that
didn't see
one.
that one?
No.
That to me is the best joke for sure.
No, I missed that one.
Hey, girl.
The the one that I remember is him going like Brittany Smith or whatever, three-time WNBA All-Star is here, and then everybody's like, "Woo, yeah!" And he's like, "I'm just kidding. That's my friend's wife," and like calling everybody out for just like cheer. They like cheered for someone who is not an actual WNBA player, and he's like, "I knew
Oh
you
wow.
guys didn't know it."
Okay, I didn't see
Did-
that one. Damn.
oh yeah, you'll see that. That's funny. It's like
That's a really
uh,
smart one.
it's Matt McCusker's wife who he does like his podcast with. And they actually cut to her and they're like, yeah, three-time WNBA All-Star Brittany Smith is here. And they show her and she like waves to the camera and people cheer. And then he's like, I'm just kidding. That's my friend's wife.
Maybe
And
I saw it and I just didn't get it.
maybe,
But
yeah.
yeah, that's
And
good.
it's just like basically calling everybody out for like, it's just so funny that like a group of this audience just like cheered for who they thought was like
Oh,
WNBA
and it's
player,
a
even though he just,
whack audience too, and he is such a weird person to be.
yeah,
Kind of like works for it, but also really doesn't because he doesn't work for any of these really mainstream things like Saturday Night Live, like or anything. But I like watching the juxtaposition of it and like the awareness of like that he's a weird fit.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's when you watch stuff like that, or like when Norm Macdonald hosted the ESPYs. Have you
yeah,
seen
yeah, yeah.
that? It's like
Yeah,
realizing how kind of lame some athletes are,
yeah,
like
yeah.
not laughing at some things or like
Yeah, no, yeah, yeah, no. There were moments where they're like they look so serious and they're like, "Fuck this guy."
yeah.
Yeah,
That's when you realize I feel like a lot of athletes take themselves super seriously. That yeah, I think yeah, I think Shane Gillis is like a good pick for them because I'm sure they got like a bunch more viewers of people who are just Shane
yeah,
Gillis fans that wanted to
yeah,
see it. Yeah.
yeah. I was looking forward to it because I saw that he was in LA this week. He was prepping the jokes at the store, and then he went on Kimmel, and so I was like, oh man, yeah.
Did you go down to the store and see him doing spots?
Watch him work it out. No, I didn't get that immersed. I literally just looked on the phone. I was like,
Didn't go to
there
the
he
green
is,
room hang.
and I was like, I should make the time to watch the SP's monologue, and that's the most I could do.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Um,
have to watch the whole thing. I only remember that one, but I've seen a few other clips. Yeah. Yeah, I did see the Carl
the
Anthony
Carl
Towns.
Anthony Carl Anthony Towns joke's good. But John, you also watched a movie this week, like how I watched a
I
movie that I just talked about for a while.
Wow, you're right. I did watch a movie. And I watched the movie Drop, which is on Peacock now, if anyone's interested. It stars I don't know her name, but she is in White Lotus season 2. Um
Oh yeah, Megan Fahey.
yeah,
Is that how if that's how you say it?
sure. Yeah. She was married to the
She was
Aubrey Plaza.
married.
She's like opposite Aubrey Plaza, the opposite couple of Aubrey Plaza. I don't know who any of their names are besides Aubrey Plaza. Um, but
She
yeah,
was in those scenes with Aubrey Plaza.
yes.
That show with our Aubrey Plaza in that second season where it's just Aubrey Plaza and other people.
And then everybody else, yeah, I only watched for Aubrey Plaza.
There's the scenes where
Um,
Aubrey Plaza's in it, and then there's the scenes where she's not in it that season.
yeah. But anyway, it's kind of one of these generic horror movies that will get people interested in it that are just casually like wanting to go see a horror movie. Very clearly, very low budget. It's set in Chicago, and it's all at this one restaurant in like a skyscraper.
Oh yeah, I saw the trailer for this. I just
I'm
remembered.
sure. And it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
someone is mysteriously airdropping messages to her
Right.
phone while
Yeah, yeah,
she's on
yeah.
a
Yeah.
date.
I was intrigued.
And I think it's definitely worth watching. It's not like an amazing movie, but it was fun. It wasn't like a slog or anything like that. But yeah, it's really like all set in this restaurant where she's having a first date and she's receiving these weird messages. And I don't know if this will make sense, but the movie felt like it was a horror movie parody of a SNL sketch. What I mean by that is like she's getting all these like messages airdropped to her mysteriously that are like giving her demands on like what to do or we're gonna kill your son or something like this. And it just felt like she was getting like messages like, all right, order your entree now and do this. And I was just for me, I just was picturing like an SNL sketch where she's getting these messages and it's like order the chicken enchiladas. It's like okay, and then put them on table 32. And then it's just like some guy goes over and like grabs the food and then like she's stuck with the bill or so, like it just seemed like a comedy sketch, but in the genre of horror, I guess.
Serious
I don't,
situation.
yeah, I don't know if that makes sense, but I was just picturing like her getting commands for these like ridiculous things to do.
Right,
Um,
right, right. It could have gone that route. That's the more
yeah,
fun route, maybe.
it could have gone a little
Instead,
silly.
instead, it's
Yeah,
like one of those where people are like, "If this happened to me, how would I handle it?" That's how
yeah,
people watch it. Would you really close? Why wouldn't you lock the door?
yeah.
Why would you answer your phone?
It's like they try to move tables or something, and then he's like, "No, you can't move table." Like she gets a message. It's like, "You can't move tables. Go back." And they're like, "Oh no, never mind. Let's go back." Um,
That reminds me of what was the Jason Bateman
uh,
LAX flick that came out last year?
uh, I feel like it was like Stowaway or something like that, or no. Uh, oh, I gotta find this out. That was a fun movie though.
Yeah, yeah, it was. Carry on.
Carry On. Yep, Carry On.
Yeah,
It's
because he's
honestly
talk.
it's a similar vibe as that. where it's like a fun, enjoyable movie, not very good, but um, it's it's harmless in a way. But yeah, it was just kind of silly and a little hokey, um, but it has a nice ending, and it also wasn't like overly corny. Um, it did like the characters weren't just like, oh my son, or like like it has to be about her like it did have to do with like past trauma of being in an abusive relationship in a way, but it wasn't like a downer, if that makes sense. And so yeah, I'd recommend if you got Peacock, watch it. I think it was fun. Yeah.
On.
You do or you
Yeah, I
don't?
do. I said that very quietly, I think. I
And
do have Peacock.
I think Zoom is doing this thing where it's like if I'm talking, I can see you talk, but the audio's not coming through to
It
me.
cuts me out. Yeah, that was an annoying thing on K-Bum. So
Hmm.
sometimes it's best for us to really be careful on like if I'm gonna talk, I talk. If you
Good.
talk, you talk. Yeah.
Oh, tight lip. Yeah.
Let's take turns.
Yeah. Let's do a better job of listening to each other. And yeah.
Um,
Um,
yeah, sounds
but
good,
yeah.
John. Do you eat any
Yeah.
snacks while you watch this movie?
What did I do?
Have any taste? Did you have a tasty beverage?
I I probably had one of these here in Minnesota. These THC beverages are pretty big because we don't have dispensaries, but we have um,
So
you can buy
everyone drinks their weed, huh?
yeah, you can get THC infused drinks at grocery stores here.
Yeah,
You can't buy flour
nice.
or anything like that anywhere. But yeah, that is my usual when I'm just like hanging out watching a movie.
I
That's
like those.
There's good ones. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been meaning to get back into them to cut down on smoking. Um, but I like the Pabst Blue Ribbon ones. Have you had those?
No, I haven't seen those.
PBR has their own. They have them at the
No.
dispensaries over here, but I've always been meaning to try like Seth Rogen's houseplant
Oh
ones,
yeah, yeah.
but like I check in stock at the Total Wines here and they're always out of stock. And so like I'm always just kind of wondering like what happened with um like like Houseplant has a lot of the products, like kind of the very nice overpriced like kind of smoking essential household products.
Yeah.
That's one side to it. Yeah, they don't really have the plant part, John.
I
uh
Did they stop doing weed?
I
I
think so. I don't know if it's because they had trouble breaking into the market or something, but they did have like a whole line of like flour pre rolls.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, but I don't, and I would look up where you can find it, and I think they stopped, and I think they do the beverages still, but maybe they even stopped that, and they only sell the really like overpriced, like you got to be like a very successful rich person to own this.
Yeah,
Uh, they're very cool, but I look at them, I'm like, who the fuck can afford this? Um,
right. Yeah, I
yeah,
remember looking at I've like looked at their all their like products online. They look so cool and nice and
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I did that. I'm like, I'm gonna stock my whole place, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy this like $100 vinyl thing for like sativa.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. Back my mic over. Yeah, like they have like the indica vinyl and the sativa vinyl. Yeah.
Ick. I think it's like $100 too, and it's like you can probably buy like you can find Ram at Amoeba for 30. How is that?
Yeah.
I'd say that's a more meaningful record than Seth Rogen's record.
Yeah. And RAM is indica, sativa, hybrid. It could be whatever you want it to be. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
but I
every brewery around here has um their own THC drink. Like,
Nice.
so it's like a huge thing in the Twin Cities. Um,
Nice.
yeah.
I like the weed seltzers. I don't do them enough, but they're usually the right amount you want. I dig
Hmm.
them. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. So yeah, that's what I enjoyed while I watched
Watch
Drop on
Pop.
Peacock.
I like marijuana, guys. I like it. It after you've had a day where you're like, was any did it like yesterday, I was like, did anything meaningful happen all day today? Nope.
Nope.
Nothing. And then I smoked weed and I watched the Dundies episode and suddenly everything was nice and meaningful for me.
Yeah.
So the two movies I saw in the past week are like the must sees, of the year probably. Uh, so Jurassic World, Rebirth, and of course we talked about this a couple episodes ago. Materialists,
Yes.
starring all these hot people.
Dakota Johnson, who else? Pedro Pascal, Chris Evans.
Yep, that's it. That's it. It's directed and written by Celine Song, who wrote Past Lives, which I've heard good things about. It's been recommended to me a lot. Never watched it, but
Yeah,
after
same.
watching Materialists, I must say that Celine Song seems to have she has a crisis of values within her because boy, are
Hmm.
the people in Materialists some shitty people at times. Oh my god.
Is that why it's
Like,
called Materialists? Because they're like
I think so.
shallow.
It took me a little to put that together, John, but it was at about an hour drive back from West Hollywood to the Valley, and I thought about that's what I thought about on the drive, and I
Oh.
think yeah, because like, and I will say I'll preface this. I kind of liked the movie, but I don't know if I would. I don't know if you would like it, John. And if
Hmm.
anyone and if anyone doesn't like this movie, I would totally agree because
Hmm.
the movie opens and the way these characters talk, the way Dakota Johnson's character talks as this matchmaker, where she's like, you're a perfect match. You make over 500K, and you're handsome 6 feet, and it's just like so it just views dating between specifically men and women, which I think there is along the lines of it is true, where marriage is a financial transaction, and relationships in a way between men and women are a financial transaction, um, and it really, I feel this now as a guy who doesn't have a lot of money. It really matters when you're dating, especially as you get older, how much money you have. Like, or at least like it feels that way in the world. Um,
Hmm.
Especially like in a place like, say, this place takes place in Manhattan, where these people, it's kind of like it seems realistic to me that these women are coming up to a matchmaker and they're like, yeah, he has to make like over 150. He makes 150K. Ooh, not sure if that's enough. Like that women are like, this is not this is high people, high society kind of. This is nice Manhattan. Uh, we know how expensive Manhattan is nowadays. Um, Dakota Johnson in this movie says, I only make 80K at like one point, and acts like she's poor. And she's always at these very expensive places doing like at like an expensive wedding, and she has like this dress on that looks really nice, and you're like, how is Dakota Johnson being like labeled here as like poor in this movie?
Yeah. Hmm.
In this movie specifically, like there's other movies where I think Dakota Johnson kind of pulls off the more like real person she's supposed to be playing, like uh Cha Cha Real Smooth. I like her a lot. Peanut Butter Falcon. I
Mm.
like her a lot. I feel like she plays a more down to earth, girl and does it well. In this, she's supposed to be like someone who, I don't know, like her and Chris Evans, they break like the backstory of their former relationship is that they broke up because of they were poor. Like they loved each other, but they were poor, so it got in the way of their relationship because they were always so worried about money. And it's just kind of like I don't know, Dakota Johnson
Interesting.
doesn't come across as poor.
Hmm.
The way they portray her in this movie, she seems like a prized catch. Um, Chris Evans actually weirdly does come across as poor and does actually a very good job of it. I find it funny, and I think he's good in the movie too. And then Pedro Pascal is this like just rich fuck. um, and that's my review.
And that's
That's my
it.
review of the movie. Yeah, Chris Evans is poor. Dakota Johnson's kind of poor. Pedro Pascal's rich. Yeah, the movie's a mixed bag, I would say. There was a lot of things I hated. There were things I liked. Overall, I definitely was engaged in the movie. Uh, and there are moments where I'm like, wow, this movie's really well written, or like this movie's really well shot. But also, this movie's really well shot, and I'm like, I hate what these characters are saying right now.
Hmm.
And then the movie weirdly ends in this like Nancy Myers fashion where you're like, oh my God, love is everything. The world is perfect, blah, blah, blah. So that was odd.
Hmm.
Weird movie. But we knew that was going to be the case. So,
Yeah, it's interesting. Past Life seems like a very, I don't know, like uh, like awards movie. Like this is going to win awards. It's a very like meaningful artistic movie. And Materialist seems like
like
a
a very materialistic movie is
seems
what I.
more like materialistic. Yeah. Seems more just like a rom-com blockbuster. Not, I don't know, there aren't many rom-com blockbusters now, but like uh a movie for like moms. Like a mom will be like, "Oh, that's a cute movie" or something like that. Um I was gonna ask like what was the vibe of it? Because it almost seems like a Nora Ephron or Nancy Myers-esque movie just from the
It's
trailers.
definitely inspired by those, but picture like it's like it's A24, so it has great cinematography and it also has pretty good writing. I just don't really like the outlook, the movie's outlook on the world in it. I think it's
Mm,
a bad outlook on the world. Somewhat realistic. I get it. I get what it's trying to go for because yes, we all are mindless people who just care about money and nothing else. But I don't really like I don't like how much it leans into that. Like I find everyone in this movie to be kind of shitty. Like
yeah,
there's times where Dakota Johnson's talking, I'm like, what what a shitty person this is, like
that you don't care if they succeed or not because they just seem so shitty.
yeah.
No, yeah,
Did not want her to succeed, yeah.
I want you to fail. Yeah. Wow. Well, I'll probably catch it at some point. I have been wanting to see Past Live, so
Yeah.
maybe I'll see that first and then
Maybe no need to go to the theater, but when it pops on Prime or something, which it will.
hmm catch it then. Yeah, wow. Well, I'm glad we were able to close that circle on you really wanting to see the Materialists and now finally seeing it.
Yeah, yeah. So we know like WTF is ending, right? Uh
hmm
Sad.
It's good for business because we need less competition out there,
I mean, for
I
sure. I mean,
guess.
imagine if you're a to imagine to you people if you're a small boutique firm like we are and suddenly JP Morgan Chase decides to close the doors. That's how we feel. That the market has opened up completely, and that we'll drag a bunch of WTF goers to here. Uh,
Yeah. We'll get all the orphans from the WTF fan base coming to us. So we accept you with open arms.
yeah, to the guys who have perfectly together families and
Yeah.
we'll love you here at Cinebum.
Yeah. We'll talk all about Flappers Burbank and who Luke's guys are down at Flappers.
But so I was listening. So I've been listening to WTF a lot recently. And it was the beginning of. I was listening to the intro of one episode, and I just wanted to like run this by you because I found it interesting and throw this out there because Mark Maron's talking about how the show is coming to wraps and like he's reflecting and he's got emotions and stuff like that, and then he brings this up how he goes really in depth talking because we're talking about comedy clubs earlier. He really goes in depth talking about the Comedy Store and how he came up in the Comedy Store and how the Comedy Store is the Mitzi Shore system. And then he talks about how basically, him and Joe Rogan, kind of the two podcast pioneers, both came out of the Mitzi Shore Comedy Store system.
Yeah.
I just found that very interesting. Yeah, that's really it.
Yeah. That sounds familiar. Maybe I listened to that
Have you listened
same.
to that? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that is really interesting that like two I mean, I remember when I first started listening to podcasts in like college or whatever, and uh yeah, it was always like a comedian's podcast and I still felt like it was super niche. And now it's like I mean, I've read lately there's been a lot of like articles about this too, like with Andrew Schulz's podcast. They're just like how comedy podcasts are now like the ultimate like they're the mainstream media now.
Yeah, they're so. We just saw Colbert. You
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
Yeah, the Late Show's going away. Um, and yeah, there's like just a weird trend of these like comedy podcasts going really political and getting
How
uh
does like Theo Vaughn have Joaquin Phoenix? Andrew Huberman.
yeah, like what is Theo Vaughn do? Like why is
What
Theo
is he doing?
Vaughn
Yeah, I don't know. I
he's
have
like
nothing against Theo Vaughn. I have no nothing. I have no opinion about Theo Vaughn. Really, he seems like a good guy, but like his podcast is just on fire, and I don't know why.
I don't either. And it's like don't you wanna just like do comedy? Like what he's like the Larry King now of 2025. Like doing all the or Charlie Rose. Like that's what like Theo Vaughn, the stand-up comedian who was like a reality TV star is now like and Joe Rogan who was the host of Fear Factor. It's like all these reality show hosts get a podcast
Yeah,
and they're also like stand-up comedians, but it's like stand-up comedy isn't even really what they do anymore. It's like they're
right. They
broadcasters
they
now.
do still do it. They do still do it, but you could
Yeah.
almost say it's like a secondary thing to how big the podcast is.
And it doesn't even matter what their like stand-up material is that like people are
Oh,
buying tickets to see
Joe's last
them.
hour, I did not think the quality was good at all.
Yeah.
So
But he'll still
it's
like
like
sell out.
because of the podcast, because of the podcast, yeah, he'll sell out and
It's just it's yeah, I used to try and listen to like Joe Rogan back in the day too, like when you have comedians on and it would be like kind of interesting. But
yeah.
now I don't know how anyone can really like all of the Joe Rogan episodes just seem so boring and like he's so out of touch that I don't know how anyone can really get into it, but I don't know. To each his own.
Neil Brennan. has this joke I like where he says, if you told me that the host of The Apprentice, I'm about to butcher it. I don't remember, but it's something about the host of The Apprentice and the host of Fear Factor um, doing something.
Yeah.
I don't remember how it
They're
went.
like the world leaders now.
I
Yeah.
guess, yeah. I thought I was about to
Along
remember
those lines.
exactly the way he put it, but yeah,
Yeah, it's crazy. Um,
but
it's so
yeah,
yeah,
I don't know. I
we
don't
live
know
in a
about
weird
Theo
timeline.
Vaughn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I think
yeah,
with Theo Von is yeah, he seems like he's trying to be like an everyman type of person, but then he will like yeah, he'll have Trump on or JD Vance and like take
yeah.
selfies with like the
That
Trump family and
that
stuff.
Zuckerberg clip. Do you drink coffee? No.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like these people are like the almost like the culture the people who are like setting culture now and they all seem genuinely insane. Um
Yeah. Like, why is
yeah.
Theo Vaughn talking to Zuckerberg? Again, I have no problem with Theo Vaughn. Seems like a good guy, but like, I don't know. Like Rogan at least has like an intellectual quality, and like Marin is actually, Marin is a professional interviewer, like up there with Howard Stern and some of the greatest. And
Yeah.
so I just don't know. Like when I watch Theo Vaughn's pod, he just has these really big world leading people. And I don't get what it is that about Theo Vaughn other than his following of the podcast that is drawing them to want to be on there.
Yeah.
Which is the
And
same with Rogan, because I know that like people are going on because of the following, not necessarily because of Joe, but
yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of articles that I've seen lately because um it is like a thing of how much these like bro podcasters, bro, to use more of like the online word for it, but uh how much they influence like the election because Kamala was really criticized for she went on like Call Her Daddy, but she, turned down all these other ones. She turned down Rogan and whatever, but Trump did all these, bro podcasters that have huge followings and
yeah, Trump doing
are really
Rogan is like
influential.
definitely a factor of him winning the
Yeah.
election, which is wild.
And he
And it's
did like
also
Flagrant with Andrew Schulz, and now all of a sudden Andrew Schulz, who's a complete moron, who should not have been like someone who people listen to anyway, but he's like regretting having Trump on and regretting voting for him and like promoting him because he thinks that he's terrible now. And now he's trying to now he had like
what an
Pete
idiot.
Buttigieg
Yeah,
on and he's having these like Democrats on to try and like reverse course. And it's just like why is this buffoon like the so has why does he have so much influence over people and who they vote for to like lead the country when he has no idea what he's talking about? He has been just in like comedy clubs his whole life, not out in the
exactly.
world. Yeah.
It's really whack. Like, and I think that's a thing that Marin is talking about during his kind of like his farewell tour in a way of like how because he's very liberal and cynical, he feels like he's unleashed like the I don't know what his wording is, but he's unleashed this kind of terrorizing thing because he knows that he's one of the inventors of the form and now every comedian has one and they have kind of the influence on certain things such as the culture and the climate and politics too, and so I think he's aware of that, which I think is cool and it's interesting. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, that's the difference between him and some of those other guys is that he's aware of
right.
that
And
influence.
he's never tried to, he's never been one who's influencing. like he is a very political comic. Like he's not going to ever talk without complaining about what's going on with
Hmm.
the with the right. He's never
Yeah,
not going to, but he's also not going to. He's not going to influence the election with any of his interviews or anything like that. He's more innocent. I feel like when I feel like say like these guys are trying. These guys are just like, yeah, let's have Trump on because it views, you know.
exactly. Yeah. I feel like Marin's more genuine in like his beliefs. Like he strongly
Right,
believes in his opinions, whereas like the people
right.
like Andrew Scholes are, yeah, oh, this is like trending now with like how can we build our fan base more and get more money and views and kind of by shilling for Trump, that's how they did it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I have no idea what Theo Vaughn thinks about anything. Um, I've seen Joe Rogan go from like I remember when Trump was elected, Rogan was very like what the fuck is going on with the world type guy, and
Yeah.
then suddenly he's supporting Trump.
Yeah.
And but I don't know what that I don't know what that guy thinks. I remember at one point he had Bernie Sanders on and thinking I thought that was so awesome. Um,
He was a
but
big like Bernie supporter
yeah, he was.
before.
He
Yeah.
was. He's also he also has had Kanye West on the pod, and that's he was just letting him rant, um, like insanity, and that was the most where I was like watching. I'm like, he's just eating up like this because he knows it's just so great for his following and his
Yeah.
views. Like
Yeah.
he was just unleashing he was just like listen I'm like because it's insane everything Kanye's saying of course is insane and
Hmm.
Joe's just like trying to like keep egging him on to keep talking basically.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's all that matters ultimately is like just building the show more and kind of just turning into a I feel like his reality, speaking of like realities being warped, I feel like his reality has been warped through like how I mean he's got to do that podcast like sometimes multiple times a day and he's just like sitting in that room just, like smoking a cigar and talking with
Yeah,
some random like
yeah,
pseudo science expert
right,
and
right,
it's like you're
right.
not when and he's like either doing that or he's at his comedy club. It's like
Yep, he's at his comedy club, he's at the gym. um
when is he out in the world like
no, he
actually like
hasn't been in the
experiencing
real.
anything?
He's
Yeah.
created his own world is
Yeah.
what's happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
uh which is like good for him but also like you got yeah he's definitely just his in his own. I don't know. Yeah, you can't really listen to what he says
Yeah.
get that way anymore.
So I'm really getting back into Bill Burr a lot more these days
Oh yeah.
because
Oh nice.
he seems like a real one. Like he doesn't think it's cool to be friends with these uh like politicians
The
and
billionaires. Yeah.
CEO, yeah, billionaires. So yeah, that's nice to see.
Yeah. Burr and Marin are kind of both like they have a similar worldview
Yeah,
and level of awareness.
right.
I would know from my conversations with both of them.
Yeah.
But
When we're chopping it up in the green room, that's what we talk about. Yeah.
yeah, just wanted to bring that up. Thought that was cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah, I guess I don't know if
We should talk about The Office now.
yes,
And
the Dundies.
I think we should probably maybe just re-intro this episode.
Yeah, because this will be separate.
Call this is a new episode.
Yeah. Should we
we've
do a
talked
wardrobe change
we've talked
too?
for like over 2 hours already, and and it's like, all right, but
Not
let's
even
start
to,
this next episode, John.
yeah.
We're becoming Rogan.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
This is why this podcasting game is addicting, man. I want to promote Alpha Brain, and I'm going to take Alpha Brain and do my podcast.
It's just addicted to making content.
Yeah, yeah. Podcasting is a rush, bro.
Dude, when those mics turn on, I get just a huge
Yeah.
adrenaline rush. Yeah.
We just talk for imagine like John, if we were actually getting paid. We don't even get paid, and look how driven we are to keep talking.
Just the love of the game. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Imagine if we were getting paid. We would probably do it like, at a Theo Vaughn, Joe Rogan level.
Oh, yeah. That's all it takes. Yeah. It's just getting a little bit of money in. We've already got like $33, so we're on our way.
Man, those guys have it so fucking good.
Yeah.
They're just like rich from doing this.
They're just like in their house talking to people with mics on. And
Yeah,
then,
what a
yeah,
fucking joke. And
yeah.
they don't even edit it and talk about
They
how
have a
they're going to
team.
edit it like we
Yeah.
do. Yeah.
They have someone who's booking guests. They have someone who's editing everything, who's running the audio.
Yeah. What a joke. They probably show up and someone bring like they get their coffee. Like they're like, yeah, I door dashed the coffee or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, what a joke.
They probably have interns too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least some of us are out here doing, DIY independent content podcast creation because it's
Yeah,
needed
yeah.
right now. Yeah.
We're the what's his name? We're the Sean Bakers of podcasting.
That's right. Yep.
Maybe that's like a great line to like end that last episode that we
Yeah.
just recorded.
We're the Sean Bakers of podcasting. Yeah.